Oh my god, it's like a freaking sauna in this garage. I'm gonna probably look god awful on camera. All glistening and pale and nasty. What is up, everyone? My name is Ryan, or as my moniker suggests, RangerSix, and this is a review video. I ordered a set of costumes from, I don't know how to actually pronounce it, but Miccostumes, M-I-C Costumes. So going forward, I'm just going to say Miccostumes, and then if there's a correct way of saying it, just let me know in the comments below, because I'm just not going to, yeah. So I wanted to actually get back into reviewing things. My last few review videos are still going strong, and I'm still getting comments and questions on them, so they must be of some value. And because of that, I wanted to actually try out something new, something that I've never used before, and that was Miccostumes. I've never ordered anything from them, but I know plenty of cosplayers that do. And there was a few that my wife and I we've wanted, and I figured this would be a prime opportunity. Now, one thing that I do want to note is that at the time of recording this, I placed the order on Thursday. It is currently Sunday, and the order just came in. I ordered two costumes, one for myself and one for my wife, and they each have accompanying wigs. I'm going to review mine, she's going to review hers, so watch out for that video later. So this is what I got. This has both costumes and both wigs in it. I'm going to crack it open and take a look at mine. We're going to save the reveal for my wife when she decides to take a look at hers, and we're going to go about it there. If you see my videos before, you know that I try my best to show everything coming straight out of the package. I don't open it, I don't look at it beforehand. I take it straight out of however it was shipped to me, and I start pulling it out that way. This way you can see how it's shipped, you can see how it's packed, you can see all the surprises as I'm being surprised. So with that, I'm going to jump right into it and change this camera angle a little bit. Alright, so at the time of recording this, we ordered two costumes. We had a Noctis and then a Bayonetta. Simultaneously ordering the corresponding wigs. So according to this little sheet that came in with it, this is just the Noctis costume. So maybe by the time I get this video out, maybe I'll have the wig in place, and then I can do a full review of the full costume. But in the meantime, I'm just going to go over just the costume itself, and then if I can, maybe do an update video later on. So let's go ahead and get started. Packaging out of the way. Now, it just comes in just a bag. Now immediately, I can see, and I'm not sure if you can see because of the glare, but I will be pulling this out obviously. I can see the jacket that he wears, and it's got these really cool skull and crossbow buttons. One looks upside down, which is a little wonky, but let's see how this is. So immediately, this costume feels nice. It's almost like a, how do I describe it? Like a faux suede almost. It's just really soft. Feels really durable. If I remember correctly, they make all their costumes with what do they call it? Like a uniform type fabric. Expand that just a little bit. So I ordered this in large. From the description, it sounded like that's exactly what will fit me. This looks ginormous, but it's also supposed to be an overcoat. So this is so far looking pretty good. Only weird point of reference, or the only weird thing I'm going to point out is I see some buttons that are like upside down and in weird places. Really easy fix. Also, sorry for the audio if it's getting higher and lower. I am talking directly into the microphone, like it's right here. So bear with me. So what's the next thing we got? Let's see, exclusive code. So far it actually comes with like a little mini catalog, which seems really cool. It has information on returning or exchanging for a refund. On with the rest of the costume. This is the one glove that he wears. This is just like a faux costume leather. Honestly, anytime I've ever had a costume with this type of stuff, I tear it up in probably two wears, if I'm being totally honest. So this is probably gonna fall apart on me in the first convention. So we have the pants. Alright, pants are pretty basic. They're elastic. You have a little drawstring here, so this way maybe you can tighten it up on yourself. I like that. I think that's actually really neat. Ooh, are these like cargo shorts? You don't make fun of me all you want. I like cargo shorts. I'm actually wearing cargo shorts right now. And the subscriber rate drops. So there's not really much to say about the shorts. Not until I get the chance to put them on. They just have like the same faux leather on here. They're backed with probably the same uniform fabric, like that faux suede. I'm just gonna say everything's faux. Just assume faux. Overall, they feel like they're gonna be pretty durable. I mean, I'm not planning on doing parkour in them or anything. I'm just gonna be walking around a convention floor and hopefully looking kind of nice. So the part that I was the most excited for on this was the t-shirt. A lot of the other shops that I saw, well, trying to figure out who I was going to order this costume from, I mean, everyone kind of had their own take on it. This is kind of like a bluish. I've always assumed that the color was more of like a dark gray with maybe like lighter gray and dark black screen printing, but this is screen printed actually. This is screen printed right to the edge. This might actually be, yeah, this may actually be just a normal t-shirt that they use, because it looks like there was once a tag right here, just ripped out. Okay. See, and the reason why I was so excited about this shirt is this looks like a shirt I can just wear. Like this is something I can just wear out, and it can just be for fun, or it could be for costume, which could be dangerous because that probably means I'm gonna wear this out. So overall, this is a pretty simple cosplay. There's not much to it. It's just a shirt, some really basic styled pants, and a jacket, and then like a weird glove thing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this on. I'm gonna try just the full costume on and review just how it looks, how it feels on me. I'm gonna have to reset my camera setup again, and we'll go from there. At that point, I will talk about the pricing. I will talk about the other expectations versus what I got, and you know, I really wish that the wig would have come in with this, so this way I can show a full cosplay, but this should be good for now. Let me throw this on, we'll go into the review, and we'll talk nitty-gritty from there. Alright, so this is me in the costume. So full disclosure, this is actually about a week or a week and a half after the original unbagging or the unboxing, for reasons that I'm going to get into later on in this video. So I'm just going to kind of hop into this. There's a lot of likes and a lot of dislikes, but overall this is a really comfortable costume, something really pretty detailed for the price point. So to get started with things, this is actually a pretty detailed costume. If we look at the buttons actually have a little skull and crossbones on them. They're kind of peppered throughout the whole costume itself. They're just made of like a little, just like a little cheapy costume plastic, but overall they look really nice. You can probably weather them a little bit, just to, I don't know, maybe cut down on some of the glare that you may get from certain photos or something. I think I'm looking at a little screen for my camera here, and I can actually see I'm catching some glare off these. So I don't know. It's just up to preference. The shirt is screen printed with little skull and crossbone patterns as well, just like in the game. There's nothing too fancy about it. They look like just very generic skull and crossbones. It is screen printed right up to the neck, and if maybe I'm mistaken, but I think this is actually like a shirt that you can just go buy at any store, and they just kind of screen printed directly on top of that. I did notice that it looks like there was a tag on it that was pulled off, so I don't know, maybe they're just trying to avoid having to show other brands on their costume. Other bits of detailing that I really liked, the pleather on the shoulders, I don't know, I kind of like the raised decal on here. I think this is actually a really nice touch. It does kind of give a little bit of sturdiness to the sleeves as well. It helps make the costume feel a little bit more rigid. It doesn't feel like I'm going to tear it the moment I try to move or throw a punch or something for a photo. It's just feels more solid. Another pro about this costume is it's almost a complete costume. Right out the gate, you get the jacket, shirt, pants, and this glove thing. The only way it could have been better is if they included like some boots or something, or if the wig came standard. But I mean, honestly, you're paying for the clothing, you're paying for the costume, and that's what you get. I have no real complaints over that. This costume has pockets galore, which is like the dream of every cosplayer. Let's see, we got 2 on the breast. Actually, technically 4 if you want to count this as the breast. More of like a rib cage type thing. Each one of these pockets you can probably hold your wallet, or maybe when you're getting business cards from photographers, you can kind of throw them in. We have more pockets down here at the bottom of the jacket. You have 2 pockets on the pants. Actually, no, you have in total 4 pockets on the pants. Let me make sure there aren't back pockets. No, there are no back pockets. So pockets are definitely not a concern on this costume. The jacket and the pants are adjustable. The jacket does have kind of like a waist midsection drawstring here. You can kind of pull it tighter a little bit. It seems to pull more on the inner lining here. So maybe one of the downfalls to this is then it kind of bunches up the actual outside material, the main like uniform material that's used on here. That could probably just be solved with some safety pins, to be brutally honest. I mean, you don't have to go through too much to mod this costume. No real complaints on the drawstring of the pants. It's just like something you'd find on, say, swimming trunks. It's just like a simple cloth strap. You just kind of pull, drawstring type thing. The movement in this is actually really well, again, because this is just a t-shirt and some shorts and a jacket. Like, there's not too much that you have to worry about being pulled up on. I do get a little bit of tightness in the back. That could just be because of my general shape of body, but otherwise, yeah, I don't have to worry too much. I do notice while walking around a bit, it seems like the calves kind of, the bottom of the pants get caught on the calves, but I mean, that can probably just be fixed by me maybe hiking up the pants a little bit more, pulling up the hem. That could also just be my shape of calves. That's entirely on your body type, I would suppose. There's probably not too much that the maker can do to fix that, so just adjust from there. Now, some of my main complaints of this costume, I'm not the biggest fan of the shirt, just because it's supposed to be like a dark gray with the black screen printing, or vice versa, or something like that. Yeah, it's blue. You know, the rest of the costume is black, so I'm not really sure where they got the blue from. But it is a noticeably different color from the jacket to the shirt. These plastic buttons they're kind of slapped on in some places. Like, they're just kind of facing in different directions. I think on one side over here, yeah, the skull and crossbones upside down, while on the other side it's facing the correct way. I think actually here on the lapel it's the same thing, or on the collar. It's a little nitpicky thing, but I don't know, if you're at a convention and you just pulled it right out the bag and you want to go straight to the floor, it's something you may notice, and maybe something that will bug you when you first see it. I'm a little concerned about this type of pleather. This is that just like generic costume pleather that you see on everything. It does have the tendency to just wear and tear over time. I'm kind of nervous that it's just eventually going to rip one day. I've had it happen a few times. I'm not too confident in that, but it is something just to kind of keep in mind and keep in the back of your head. I will say that my only real disappointment on this costume is this glove here. It's just, I don't know. Of all the detailing and all of the effort put into this costume, this was probably like the least detailed part. I mean, the edges aren't even fully hemmed. It kind of just bunches up here in the palm section as it goes over the fingers. There's a few simple fixes that you can do, probably just to hem it yourself, and that'll make it, I don't know, a little bit more bearable, a little bit more comfortable. I have plenty of costume pleather, so I'm actually just going to completely remake this part. Alright, I'm going to take this jacket off. I am dying of the heat in my garage right now, and then I'm going to have a conversation just about my overall experience with Miccostumes, however you want to pronounce it. Alright, so let's hop on over. Alright, that is much better. So that pretty much wraps up my thoughts on the costume itself. I really like the costume. It's maybe not the most accurate, but it is really comfortable and it's really affordable. I got it in days after placing the order. It Overall, it was a pretty solid experience ordering from someplace new. Now, if you're looking at the price, the costume comes out to about $68, I believe, and then about another $26 for the wig. They do have multiple shipping options. I chose the economy shipping, which is about $14.99. So all in all, the costume probably came out to probably just under $100. Again, I ordered this costume with another costume and other cosplay items, so my pricing is a little different, especially because I got special discounts for being a first-time buyer, buying things in bundles. There are just a few different fees and discounts that get applied depending on your situation. I would like to make one special note about their customer service. It was actually really great. I know there's a lot of people who had complaints. A lot of people have been posting that their customer service wasn't all that great, that they had a lot of issues with long response times, and in my case, that just wasn't the situation. In my situation, I thought I was getting my full order when really I was just getting one item, and I'll get into that in a second as to why. They responded within a day and explained the entire situation to me. It turns out My Costumes has a warehouse in America, so this way it's simple for them to ship out items if they're already in stock. In my situation, Noctis was already in stock and it was able to ship out immediately. As a matter of fact, their warehouse in America, or at least this particular one, was within a few towns of my own, and that's probably why I got it in just a few short days. All in all, this was a very positive experience for me. Everything has met expectations, in certain circumstances exceeded expectations. Their estimated processing and shipping times have been pretty accurate, probably just within about a day or so of the expected shipment date. Well, that does it for me. I really do hope that you liked this video, and I really do hope that you found this video helpful. If you liked this video, then please like this video. If you like my channel, then please subscribe. And if there's something specific you want me to look into, whether it's an item or just another costume or just another shop in general, just leave it in the comment below and I'll take a look. It all really depends on funding. I do all of this out of pocket, so if it's something expensive, you're just gonna have to give me a little bit of time and I'll figure it out. Or if you'd like to throw just a few bucks my way specifically for this type of stuff, I do have a Ko-fi page which will be linked down below. Just throw a few dollars and I'll try to make whatever the request is a priority. With that being said, my name is Ryan, or as I like to call myself, RangerSix, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.